You ever watch someone dig their own grave and just let them? My sister Miranda thought she was getting our grandma's house when she died. For 2 years, she played the perfect granddaughter, visiting every day, cooking meals, posting about what an angel she was on social media. Meanwhile, I'm the disappointment who only calls twice a week because I work double shifts at the warehouse to pay rent on my crappy studio apartment. It started right after Grandma's stroke. Miranda swooped in like some kind of savior, suddenly appearing at every doctor's appointment with her leather planner and designer purse. She'd moved back from Seattle, claiming she wanted to be there for family during this difficult time. At Sunday dinners, Miranda would sit right next to Grandma, cutting her food and speaking loudly like she was deaf. "Grandma, you know I take such good care of your beautiful house. Some people are just too busy with their own lives to appreciate what really matters." She'd shoot me these pointed looks across the table while I sat there in my work uniform, exhausted from pulling overtime. Miranda had quit her marketing job, claiming she needed to focus on family caregiving. Real noble, except she was living rent-free in Grandma's guest room while I was breaking my back just to survive. The social media posts were the worst part. Every day, Miranda would upload photos of herself spoon-feeding Grandma soup or reading to her, with captions like, "Blessed to spend time with my sweet grandmother," and "Family is everything." The comments poured in, praising what a wonderful granddaughter she was. Miranda even convinced Grandma to let her help organize finances and paperwork. She'd wave around power of attorney documents, making sure everyone knew she was the responsible one handling Grandma's affairs. What Miranda didn't know was that Grandma saw right through every calculated move. 3 months ago, Grandma called me over on a Tuesday evening. Miranda was at her book club, the one she joined specifically because it met at the country club where rich widows gathered. Grandma pulled out a manila envelope from her Kitlee drawer. "Your sister thinks kindness can be performed for an audience," she said, tapping the envelope. "But you've been quietly slipping me grocery money for 3 years, haven't you?" My stomach dropped. I'd been leaving cash in her cookie jar whenever I visited, never saying anything because I knew she was too proud to accept help directly. Somehow, she'd figured it out. "You never posted about it, never asked for credit, never expected anything in return." Her eyes were sharp despite her age. "Miranda documents every glass of water she brings me, but you've been making sure I could afford my medications without anyone knowing." She opened the envelope and showed me 2 copies of her will. One was dated 6 months ago, the fake one Miranda had been sneaking peeks at when she thought no one was looking. It left Miranda the house and most assets. The other was dated last week. "I've been testing you both," Grandma said. "Every time Miranda posts those photos about being the devoted granddaughter, I document what she's really after. She asked me 12 times about updating my will. 12 times, Eddie." Grandma had been playing chess while Miranda thought she was playing checkers. When Grandma passed last week, Miranda was devastated, but not in the way you'd expect from someone losing a loved one. At the funeral, she kept whispering to relatives about handling the estate and making sure Grandma's wishes are honored. Yesterday, we all gathered at the lawyer's office. Miranda strutted in, wearing all black designer clothes, clutching tissues for show. She positioned herself in the chair closest to the lawyer, pulling out her phone to record for family records. The lawyer, Mr. Lee, cleared his throat and began reading. "I, Edith Sullivan, being of sound mind and body, do hereby bequeath the following." Miranda sat forward, practically vibrating with anticipation. "To my granddaughter Miranda, who cared so much about how things appeared to others, I leave my collection of photo albums and scrapbooks so she can remember what genuine family moments actually look like." Miranda's confident smile started to falter. "To my grandson Eddie, who never asked for recognition, never expected anything, and who quietly supported me when he thought no one was watching, I leave my house, all financial assets, and the rest of my worldly possessions." The room went dead silent. Miranda's mouth dropped open, her phone clattering to the floor. "That's impossible!" she screamed, jumping up from her chair. "I sacrificed everything for her. I moved here. I gave up my career. I was there every single day." Mr. Lee calmly handed her the photo albums. "Your grandmother left specific instructions. She said to tell you that performance reviews don't determine inheritance." Miranda turned to me, her face twisted with rage. "This isn't fair. You barely visited. I did everything." I looked at her, really looked at her, and said, "Grandma was watching you perform for 2 years, Miranda. She was just waiting to see how deep you'd dig before she handed you the shovel."